So let's go. And here is this lovely looking thumb with the top one. That is, look at me drawing arrows. Hee. This one is called the Phala Reka. And it is usually in an island shape. It's also called the wheat line, a grain of rice, or just simply the middle phalange crease. Or Pushpa Reka is another name. It's a line which divides the will and logic sections of the thumb. So it's said to indicate that the person will always have enough food. And so if it's unbroken and clear throughout, it's supposed to depict a good, healthy life all the way. So disruptions on there, like breaks or marks, that can mean that there is relationship problems. If there are breaks and marks and the person is not married, then that can show that they are having difficulties in finding a partner. I want to talk about the other main line, and that is down the bottom, the crease that joins the thumb to the palm, and that is called the Malika, Malika Reka. And that line is the family ring. It's more popular term to be called the family ring. So that should be well marked. It should be a continuous line. So it'll be like a chain though, because it's on such a spot on the palm, it usually forms a chain. And that shows a satisfied and happy family life, as in your parents and siblings and your whole general family. So when it's well formed, it's supposed to show courage and strength in the character, and any marks on that line can depict problems with finances within the family, especially black dots. So if it's thicker, it rarely is, but if it's thicker than the Phala Reka, that apparently is supposed to say that the person might struggle to find or keep a partner in life. So it shouldn't be the strongest line. Any gaps or breaks in this line show ups and downs. And I do know this person, it's really hard to see for you probably, but there's a line here and it's broken, and there's a line here. This one's got some chains on it. Next we're going to talk about the Madura. The Madura Reka is not in this hand, but I will draw it. It belongs right here. Actually, he does have one little one there. And that one is the one closest to the family, I mean not the family ring, the Phala Reka. And that line depicts that the person is compassionate and easygoing. And I do know that this person is that. The next one is the Mandara Reka. And that line is the second line beneath the Phala Reka. And that shows an interest in travel. And many people have an interest in travel. Many people don't, but it is a line that's very popular. I know this person is definitely interested in travel, especially across water. Now, the next line, Mana. Did I do Mandara? Mandara. That was the Mandara. I didn't draw the line to it. And I didn't draw my arrow. I'm confusing myself. It's hard to draw with this anyway. Okay. Next one is the Mana. The Mana. Now, this one, you might have a faint one there. There you go. That's the Mana Reka. And that describes a person's desires, and it's said to show affairs outside the marriage. But in my Hindu reading, which I wrote about in my Thumbline study group, if you want to join my Thumbline study group, you can find that on Facebook. In the Hindu reading, the Manareka showed somebody who's not necessarily having an affair outside marriage, but they are popular with the opposite sex, or popular. Next one is the Rati. The Rati Reka is usually read in conjunction with the marriage lines in Western palm reading. This is representing the marriage line. So whilst this line usually it starts more from the index side, so while it represents marriage, it doesn't mean that the person will marry for sure just because they have this line. That's why I said you've got to read it in conjunction with other lines on the hand. But it shows the amount of satisfaction. So if it's relatively clean and smooth, it shows how happy they are in their marriage. And in this hand, as I said before, he's divorced, and you can see that halfway along it breaks. And then it starts again. So the person has found a new union. So that is showing the break in the marriage. So lots of breaks on there. If that whole line is broken up throughout, that is supposed to be a sign that the person will probably find it very difficult to find a partner in life. It can also show the health of the partner. They say that flaws on that line shows that the partner might not be in good health. And it's also timed from the index side. There's something wrong with my throat. Okay, timed from the index side. Do my bodgy arrow over here from this side. So it shows, if it shows problems at the beginning of the line, that shows early in life, middle of the line, midlife, and of course, if the end of the line is fine, it shows satisfied in their marriage or union towards the end of the life. So that's that. We have a couple more lines. We have the Vedra, Vedra Reka. That's it. Vedra. Try and say that. Like in veggie ra, Vedra. That is a line that runs on the inside. It can start from the Mount of Venus, the area over here where the thumb ball is. That's called the Mount of Venus. And the Vedra Reka can start from inside there and rise up along the edge on the index side. Now that line, it's an indicator of someone who can become very wealthy. It's also called the diamond line. Now, it's often read together with the other line, but on its own, it shows potential to become extremely wealthy, especially if it's flawless and very noticeable. So the stronger the line, the more likely the person might become wealthy. If, however, there is the Ripu, now that was the Vedra. I'm going to keep saying it till I get it right. Okay, next one is easy. The Ripu. The Ripu line is the enemy line. It is, the word Ripu is supposed to stand for enemy. So it is said to take away positive qualities of any line that it crosses. So if it crosses the family line here, it shows enemies in the family. If it crosses the marriage, it shows enemies in marriage. If it crosses all these qualities right through, that's supposed to be an unlucky line. So let's hope we don't have that, or let's not believe it if we do. But that's just the Indian reading that I've learned, not my own personal study. Okay, so the other fantastic line is the last one that I'm going to talk about. That's the ripple. Is the Kesara. Kesara Rekha. Kesara Rekha can start, I'm going to draw it, can start from the Mount of Venus as well, and it usually is only short like this, but it can be long. The longer and straighter and cleaner, of course, the better it is. That's just so botchy, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, the Kesara Rekha is a short line from the Mount of Venus said to show gradual growth of the family's wealth. So it can be very subtle and hard to see, but if it's there, it shows the subject will do well eventually financially, especially if the Vajra Rekha is there as well. So the longer the line and the more visible it is, the better it is for the wealth. So the wealth comes quicker. So if it's only very short and fine, wealth will come a bit slower. I hope you've enjoyed that short video on Indian thumb reading lines, and please visit my website. Love to see you there. Scroll through my blog articles and give them a like and subscribe to my channel here. Yay! And I'll keep doing these videos for you. I'll catch you later. See you, bye.